I thought it was a very efficient performance. I thought the amazing thing was Adrian Peterson. I mean, I'm just amazed that at 33, having no training camp, that he could come in and have the success that he had, and it was needed. Now, the question is going to be sustain that because the Reds, they were the 5th worst rushing team. And, they need somebody added to that mix, which they thought with Darius Geis, that was going to be the answer. But now they've got to make sure that they get better as far as running the football than they did last year.
You talked about this in your columns. We're talking to John Clayton, who now is offering a weekly column for the Washington Post. That training camp, who needs it? I mean, look at some of these guys. Earl Thomas has a key interception in his game, and Mack just took over, particularly in the first half, Khalil Mack for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, and I think what it is that we just have to wait till the CBA in 2021 to get this all fixed. And shortening the preseason is now just, I think, vital because you can just see how now coaches are getting around it more. I think that what needs to happen is that you go to 2 preseason games or however short you want to do it, and then you mix everything up with some scrimmages, because I think now what you're looking at, some teams get more work out of the scrimmages with another team than they do out of the preseason games, because you now have a chance to really get more players involved doing different things. It's more on a scripted coach-by-coach basis and get more things accomplished. So I think that's going to be the better way to do it. Until they can replace the revenue of the missing preseason games, nothing like that's going to happen.
John, let me ask you about the Bills. I'm sorry, in 2018 in the NFL, no team should get beat 47-3. It just shouldn't happen. I mean, there's too much parity. Yeah. You got salary. I mean, there's just too much that can play equal for these teams. And I don't understand how the Bills can go into a game thinking Nate Peterman can keep it close. First of all, what was your take on that? And then is Josh Allen the guy going forward as starter?
Yeah. I thought that they made some of the most fundamental roster mistakes that you can make. I know last week when I was doing the AP vote that they've got to get done here in the next couple hours, I put them 32 because how do you, first of all, trade away Tyrod Taylor when he's better than A.J. McCarron? Then you bring in A.J. McCarron thinking he's going to be the answer, and you find out that he's not. Then he gets a banged-up shoulder, and then for whatever crazy reason, you eliminate any hope by trading him to Oakland to get a 3rd-round pick. And so now you're left with Peterman and Josh Allen. And I think you can even see from the first preseason game that he played when he got sacked 5 times and a half that Josh Allen was not ready.
Yeah.
Simple, pure, and that. And so now you go in, and even yesterday they cut a 3rd-round pick from 2016. They're down to like 16 players on their 53-man roster. I mean, they basically wiped out anything that was built over the last couple of years, and I don't think there's enough there to rebuild. So I think you're looking at probably a 3-13, 2-14 season.
Yeah, you really are.
Now, on the flip side, a team which made a move at quarterback, the Kansas City Chiefs, they look like, at least through one game, Washington, because Patrick Mahomes looked like one.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, I didn't think it was going to happen that fast because one of the things I like for Washington getting Alex Smith is that you go to back to last year with Andy Reid and Matt Nagy out there as the offensive coaches. Alex had an MVP-type season. He got the ball deeper and completed it deeper than most quarterbacks in the league, which is something he never did before, and he had a great year. But what you saw with Mitch Trubisky, he was doing everything. He was running, he was getting the big throws, he was making the big plays. I didn't think he was going to advance this quickly because I thought he would take the Chiefs, probably put them at about 7 or 8 wins because their defense isn't as good as it was last year, and I thought their offense would take a step back. Well, it took a step forward. And if they can sustain that, particularly with the good skilled position players that they have, remember, they did that with 38 points, even though they didn't get the ball to their great tight end, Travis Kelce. So, no, I think that's a great sign because I thought that the Chiefs were going to lose the division to the L.A. Chargers. Now, I think the Chiefs are back in charge and really can do some good things. Match up. Good progress with them from what I saw from the sidelines on Sunday.
Are you more concerned with what happened with the 49ers offense? Are you more concerned with what happened with the Chargers, or are you more concerned with the Cowboys? Not offensively, but just as a team.
Yeah, no, I think they'll be okay in San Francisco. Clearly, it's not going to be the same without Jerick McKinnon, because with his ACL injury, that really sets him back. I mean, you can appreciate that. All of a sudden, if Alfred Morris emerges as your number one back, that's not going to work out as well. But I'm just baffled at Dallas because, you figure, all right, so the starting center is going to take a good time if he's going to play at all this year. Travis Frederick, and we don't know what's going to happen with him. But, I mean, they just had nothing going. Now, I knew that they had to make some changes last year because they had absolutely no separation at the wide receiver position, so they had to get faster. But what I don't know is they got any better, because when you think that if Allen Hurns, really is a number 3 type receiver, a slot receiver, if he's your number one guy, or if Cole Beasley's your number one guy, is that going to be good enough? So now you can stack up against the run and then try to hold them down. There's already talk that, not by Jason Garrett, but people are already questioning Scott Linehan, who's a good offensive play caller, whether he's going to be able to continue calling plays. Well, he is, but that was, I think, one of the more baffling things, seeing how bad the Cowboy offense was.